Welcome to Willow's Cooking Show. Today we're making braised Kal-bi short ribs in the Instant Pot.
Okay, so braised Kal-bi short ribs in the Instant Pot. Okay, so what we did, we're starting off with thick cut beef short ribs, all right? These are about 1 inch thick. Very versatile item. We're gonna cut these into pieces. We're gonna try to keep them as even as possible, but unless you have a butcher that works with you all the time, that's virtually impossible. So we'll just try to cut them as close as possible together to get the same size. That just ensures proper cooking or same cooking time, so one doesn't overcook and one doesn't undercook, right? So split those into pieces. Okay, so we have them all cut up, and now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna season them and we're gonna dredge them in flour. I like to do that when I do braised items. Again, if you watch any of my other videos, they keep the food together, and it also helps the sauce to adhere. You get a nice brown on the food. So salt, pepper, and flour. We have our Instant Pot on hot. It's been on saute. It's been hot for a while. So we're gonna add about, I don't know, 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil. Okay. So we're basically just gonna brown all the dredged short ribs. Kal-bi braised short ribs. There's many different names for it, but this is just our take on it. It sounds intimidating, but it's super easy. You'll see here, 1 pot dish. But it tastes like it was cooking for days. So we're gonna brown all of them. We might have to do it in 2 batches. This is about 3 pounds of short ribs. It's really gonna depend on how many people you have to feed, right? You might have to add oil as you go along just to make sure they brown on all sides. Okay, so here's our recipe for our Kal-bi marinade. There's 12 ingredients. Okay, we're gonna start off with shoyu or soy sauce. This can be used for many different things. I use it for all different kinds of chicken, beef, pork, kind of whatever. It's kind of a all-around versatile sauce. This is gochujang paste. This is about 3 tablespoons. You gotta be careful. It can be kind of spicy, so if you don't like too much spice or can't handle too much spice, you know, just lessen it, maybe 2 tablespoons or it's really personal preference on how much you want to put in there. So 3 tablespoons. Then we have kimchi base. Kimchi base is just, it's spicy, but it also has a lot of flavor, which I like. That's why I put both gochujang and kimchi base. Kimchi base is just basically, if you want to make kimchi, they sell pre-made mix in there, right? Then we have chopped garlic. This is about 3 tablespoons. Chopped ginger, about 2 tablespoons. That might be a little bit over, but that's okay. 1 can of Coke. I know it's kind of weird, but it adds a sweetness. I know we're adding sugar, but it's just a good way to stretch out the marinade as well, so it can catch everything in all the protein. Sesame oil, 2 tablespoons. Meat in, 1 tablespoon. Another added sweetness because there's a lot of spice in there. Then we're going toasted sesame seeds. It's a nice savoriness. Dried onion. Dried garlic. I like both dried and fresh. The garlic actually adds some salt as well. And then sugar, about a 1/2 cup. Okay, so we're gonna whisk this together. This is quite a big batch. You can make it in half batch if you want as well. It just depends on how many people you're cooking for. Okay, so now that we have all the braised short ribs brown, you know, it's kind of 1.5 layers. That's one thing about the Instant Pot. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I would suggest if you do get an Instant Pot, get the bigger one. get the 8 quart. But anyway, so we browned it, salt, pepper, flour, we browned it. And so this is how simple it is. The kalbi marinade that we made earlier. I'm gonna add that in there. Obviously, that's gonna season it really well. Then I'm gonna add just about a 1/4 cup of water, just because the marinade is kind of strong. So I'm just gonna water it down just slightly. That'll still keep plenty of flavor for the short ribs, right? Plenty. Make sure, and it also helps cover the rest of it. And the last thing are some dried dates. So basically that's it. So at this point, we're gonna just cover it up. We're gonna, on high pressure, at this thickness, we're gonna try it for about 20 minutes. That should do the trick. We want it soft, but we don't want it to fall apart. So it's been 25 minutes, and let's check this out. Let's see if they're soft enough. Let's check these out. So again, we're looking for something that, oh, it looks pretty soft. I can see it kind of came off the bone a little bit. Oh, I don't know if you can see the thermometer go in there. It's really easy. Really easy. So definitely done. This is, I think it was 20. I think I said 25, but I think this is 20 minutes. It's really just gonna depend on the size of the thickness of your kalbi or your short ribs. Yeah. So that's perfect because it's not falling apart. It's not totally shredding, but it's holding its shape. So that's gonna be perfect. Here's our finished product. These are braised kalbi short ribs. So straight from the pressure cooker. You can let some of the sauce get on there as well. Super tender on the inside, you know? If the bone falls off, don't worry about it. But that's why too, we try to control the cooking time so it doesn't fall off, right? So we're gonna plate them just in one layer. So when you put the crust on there, then it stays on, right? Okay, so do that. This can be done the night before, the day before. That way you can remove all the oil a lot easier than skimming it on your own. Just take some of the sauce, right? Oh. This is a favorite for years. Okay, take some of that sauce. Super flavorful. Okay. Then we have our fried panko right on top. Nice texture, yeah. The soft braised short rib and the crispy fried panko. And the last thing is some green onion. Yeah, there we go. So instant braised kalbi short ribs in the Instant Pot.